Hello viewers, this week we'll be talking about collections. Hopefully I'm filming this very early on Saturday, and so I have a rather interesting large-ish collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I just thought that for all those people out there who do not know how to play, that I would make this video about what Yu-Gi-Oh cards do what. I'm not going to go about the how to play yet. If this thing has enough fans for it, then maybe I will make another video of how to actually play, and perhaps actually a string of videos going further into depth. Now, this isn't going to be nearly actually rules as written, but it's going to be somewhat close. But to give you a general idea, using this new placemat, Spell Trap Card Zone, Monster Card Zone, Field Card Zone, an extra deck zone or side deck, whatever, graveyard, and the deck. Alright, so, and that right there is the opponent's hand. So anyway, this right here, 4 stars, effect monster, ignore the effect for now. 4 stars or less of a monster, you can summon straight from your hand. However, 5 or 6 star monster requires 1 tribute. The old monster goes to the graveyard, new monster is summoned. Or set. Notice that there's attack, defense, face down defense, and face down attack position. And for all of you out there who say you can't put a monster in face down attack position, there is one card, Darkness Approaches, that says that you can. And so, to continue on, a normal monster, no effect, 4 stars, you can summon them straight away. And to have another one, summon it straight away. Now that we have a couple of monsters on the field, we can use this Exceed Summon. First, you overlay, take 1 monster, and note they both have to be of the same level to use the Exceed Summon. And spelled XYZ Summon and pronounced by many Exceed Summon, and it because XYZ, but actually for Canadians it's XYZ, aka Exceed Summon. And now for Blue Eyes White Dragon, the most powerful normal monster in the game. Notice the color, normal monster. Notice the star count, 8 stars. 7 and more star monsters require, or also for Exceed cards, you can usually detach 1 card, usually just 1 per turn, to activate the effect. To tribute, however, and when an Exceed monster goes to the graveyard or back into the extra deck, then all the cards that are attached to it go to the graveyard. So level 8 monster requires 2 tributes in order to normal summon it or to normal set it. However, magic cards now go into the Spell or Trap card zone like so. Monster Reborn allows you to bring 1 monster from either player's graveyard onto the field, and then normal magic cards go straight to the graveyard after their use. And one card that used to be very popular, Polymerization, is a magic card that if you have the cards either on the field or in your hand, I didn't bother with this, you can fusion summon a monster from your side deck. Normal magic card, straight to the graveyard after use. And now that we have 3 monsters on the field, we can tribute summon for a 10-star effect monster. Note that just because it has 10 stars does not mean it requires any more than 2 tributes, but because it says that it requires 3 tributes, means that it requires 3 tributes. If there's ever a discrepancy between the rules as written and the rules as written on the card will win. 3 tributes, all to the graveyard, 1 new monster. I'll put that aside for now. Yes, technically that is a space, even though it's kind of faded down through there. Anyway. And now, level 3 monster, yes, you can summon it straight from your hand, but if you notice, it's a tuner monster. What does that mean? Well, if you have that, and a couple other cards on the field, total stars, 1 plus 4 plus 3 equals 8, only one of them is a tuner, then you can synchro summon them, 8 stars, into an 8-star monster. I just also want to note that all monsters have a level, which is represented by their stars, except for Exceed. As you notice, it's on the left, which means that the one that we did earlier, 2 level 4 monsters to 1 rank 4 Exceed. So when a card calls for level, well, Exceed monsters don't have a level. They have a rank instead, which makes them bypass certain other cards. So, anyway, Ritual Magic card. If you play that, and you have the Ritual Monster card, see the blue, 8 stars, you need to sacrifice 8 stars worth of monsters, so either the 10 star or the 8 star. Exceed monsters cannot be used for this because they do not have a level. And it can go from the field or from your hand, except for not from the extra deck, to special summon the new fusion monster. Note, the fire. After use, Ritual Magic cards go to the graveyard. And now, the lightning bolt. You can play it straight from your hand at any time during your turn, or you can set it, and note you cannot activate it the same turn that you set it, but starting the next turn, then you can activate it on any turn, because it is a quick play magic card. So, if we activate it, it lets you destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field, because that's what that specific card does. So if you go with this preset one, yes, it can target your own. What's this? It's a trap card. Right, and now, normal magic cards and monster effects have a spell speed of 1. Quick play magic cards and normal trap cards have a spell speed of 2. Counter trap cards, however, if you look, the little arrow, have a spell speed of 3. This means that to a monster effect or a magic card, you cannot counter them with another monster effect or another magic card. Right? But you can counter them with either a quick play magic, a trap, or a counter trap. With a quick play magic or a trap card, you can counter them with another quick play magic or another trap card or a counter trap. Counter traps, however, can only be countered by counter traps. And there is actually a card, Counter Counter, that was made specifically to counter trap cards. However, it came out in 2 versions, one of which is just a normal trap card, the other of which is an actual counter trap. And I have 2 of each. The normal trap card version of Counter Counter is technically useless because it is not fast enough to use its ability. But anyway, the normal trap cards and counter trap cards, see that we have this little chain here. Since this was the last one played, it activates first, and then this, and then this, and all straight to the graveyard afterwards. And another magic card, this one with an infinite symbol, which means that you can play it and it will not go to the graveyard afterwards. It will stay on the field for as long as until it's destroyed. And continuous trap cards have the same thing, except for that they are a trap card, which means yes, they can be used to counter, and also with all trap cards they have to be set on the field and then activated from the next turn or any turn after that. They cannot be played straight from the hand, and they cannot be activated the same turn that they are set. Even if, like, say you set them, like a few turns later you activate and they are reset, you still have to wait until the next turn in order to reactivate them. Now, there are some magic cards that aren't continuous by nature, but are also technically continuous. It's like equip magic cards. Equip that, you can either equip it to the ritual, or to the avatar, or you can place it here to equip it to either of them, here to equip it to either of them, or here to equip it to either of them. The position of it does not matter, but it is recommended that you place it directly behind, just for simplicity's sake. Ritual magic cards stay until either they are destroyed, or the monster they are equipped to is destroyed. Once that happens, then they go to the graveyard. And now, field magic cards, noted by a little plus, not the same kind of plus that is on the equip cards, but a different kind of plus that I cannot show very well on the camera here. They go into their special slot, the field card zone. So there can only be one field magic card on the field at a time, and that includes your opponent's side of the field. So if you have a field card out and your opponent plays a field card, your card is taken to the graveyard. If you have a field card out and you play another field card, your old field card is put into the graveyard. And now, that's what all the different cards do. However, there are a few cards that, when activated, they win the duel automatically. The most famous of which are the 5 pieces of yugioh. Left leg, left arm, right arm, and the head. The 4 limbs are 1-star normal monsters. The head is a level 3 effect monster. Yugioh is the first card. There are now only about 10 cards that can win the duel automatically, no matter of life points. And now, what are life points, you may ask? Well, that is something that you'll just have to figure out next time. DFTBA! And the puppy says goodbye as well.